So I did a little, no pun intended, I did a video a little while ago about little knives, small knives that you can carry in a complete EDC with your wallet or on your keychain. I don't just have small knives, I have big knives. You need big knives for big jobs, carry the right tool for the job. You don't want to use a little Swiss Army Rambler on a big cutting task. But for opening packages and things like that, small knives work for everyday use, especially for people like me that drive a computer in a cubicle. Anyways, so I wanted to show you a new knife I got that dwarfs all of my other knives. So I have big knives, like this Cold Steel AD10 S35V blade. These go for around $120. I mean, sometimes you can get them a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on if they're on sale or not. This is a very nice knife. It has this G10 handle that's smooth G10, S35VN Cold Steel. This is a tough knife. Sorry, I didn't polish it up for the video. I do use and carry this, and I don't remember what I was doing with it last time. It got the blade all smudged up. But this is a bruiser, and it has a triad lock, which is a back lock, but stronger, and has really secure lockup. It feels like a tank. It feels like a solid piece of equipment. This is a real tool, a real man's tool. You could do about anything with this. I think it's got just over a 4-inch blade or just thereabouts. Big knife, big pocket clip, big handle, but it actually feels surprisingly comfortable in most pockets. So that is a big boy. I have here a Proponent from Artisan Cutlery. This is a D2, big utility knife style blade. Very tough. This one actually comes with a screw that you can put through here to make it even more solid, like a fixed blade. You put that screw through there, tighten it up, and then there's no way that knife is going to close, even if the liner lock were to fail. But this is a very robust knife. Again, G10 handles, contoured, extra grippy, got texture on them. So you could do big cutting tasks with this. Designed by Dirk Pinkerton, D2 model. They do make it a more expensive one with heavier duty steel, but D2 is just fine for a big old thick knife like this. The big carbides in the blade are gonna hold an edge pretty well. It's a coated blade, so it's gonna be stain resistant. This is a big boy knife also, and this one feels like you're carrying a brick around in your pocket. It is not as comfortable as carrying that AD10. I wonder how they compare in blade length. So the AD10 is going to have a little bit more blade length than the other model, than the Proponent from Artisan Cutlery. But they're both really cool knives, showpieces I like showing off. This one here is probably my favorite, Kershaw. I can't even remember what this one's called now. I'll put the name on it. This is a D2 blade as well, and this guy is massive. I call this like my Crocodile Dundee knife, because when people pull out their pocket knife and I say, that's not a knife, this is a knife. And I love the little anodized inlay there. And for as long as this guy is, it doesn't feel like you're carrying a boat anchor in your pocket. This is really fun to carry. In fact, my brother liked it so much, he went out and bought one. I bought this used from a TSA auction, state of Montana. I can't imagine somebody trying to carry this on a plane. This thing is just massive. It's a huge old knife. It feels really great. I like how one side is aluminum. I believe it's aluminum. Could be stainless steel, but I'm like pretty sure it's aluminum because of how light it is. And then I think that feels more like FRN than G10 on that side. But this is a really cool knife. I think they go for around $50, similar to the Proponent there. And so those are big knives, but what I'm about to show you is gonna dwarf all of them. This was a knife I picked up at a local auction for $15, and it is a massive boat anchor. I don't know anything about this knife other than it is an abomination. It looked big in the pictures, but I had no idea how big it was until I got it. Oh, it's made in China. I thought for sure it was a Pakistani knife. Albacete, España. So, Arabe. It looks like it could have maybe a Spanish design or something. So I had no idea how big this knife was until I got it, and what an abomination it is. I have never seen an opening mechanism like this. Look at how crazy this is. Look how big this is. You hear that clicking? It's like a ratchet strap in there. And then to get it to close, you got to go like this, push up on that, and then see the ratchet strap gears in there. You got to hold this up the whole time to close it. There's no way that this is functional. And this, 400 series stainless steel that it's made out of holds every fingerprint on there. I probably can't even fit this whole thing on the page. It is totally unwieldy and useless and totally cool at the same time, because I have never seen a knife that opens with a mechanism like that. It's just so unpractical and useless that I'm gonna slice my fingers off even trying to close it. It has wood. You can feel the pins sticking out of it. So it needs to be sanded down and polished on the wood, probably re-stained. And the blade is not centered. There you can see the ratchet straps a little bit there. Stainless steel weighs like a beast. I was gonna weigh it because I don't know how much it actually weighs. I bought it just out of curiosity because it looks so big. Okay, so it weighs 1.233 pounds. That is huge, huge. How many ounces? Let's change it to ounces so we can, grams, ounces. Okay, 19.73 ounces or 559 grams. Let's compare that to some of these other big knives. 163 grams, 5.77 ounces, and 0.36 of a pound. So this is almost 4 times as heavy as this big Kershaw, and it's ridiculously massive. I mean, look at this thing. You can't even see it on the thing how big this is, and ridiculously useless. It's basically a showpiece. I don't know what to even do with this. I'll probably keep it just to show off once in a while when I need to whip out a pocket sword, just to entertain people, because it is not safe, it's not usable, it's totally impractical. You're not going to carry anything that big. The Proponent, for example, it weighs 0.6 pounds, so it's half the weight of this monster. And this is a brick of a knife. I mean, I already feel like I'm carrying a brick in my pocket when I carry that one. It is 273 grams or 9.62 ounces. So this Proponent is twice as heavy as the Kershaw, which, that's what I'm saying. This Kershaw, for as big as this blade is and as much D2 edge as you get there, it actually is a really light carry. And I don't mind throwing it in a back pocket. It fits in my jean pockets on my knife, or on my back pocket. This AD10 weighs 7 ounces, so slightly smaller than the Proponent, but more than that, a couple ounces more than that Kershaw. 0.438 pounds and 199 grams. So this is a heavy big boy too, big boy knife, but this is a ridiculous abomination. Joke time, lots of stuff in the news lately. A grenade fell on the floor in France and resulted in linoleum blown apart. Also in France, a cheese factory blew up. Debris was everywhere. And did you hear about the circus fire? It was intense.